Today we are going to learn about armour, armour piercing and elemental resistances. Armour piercing and elemental resistances are all important for defending or attacking other players. The maximum percentage armour will reduce damage by is 70%. The maximum elemental resistances can reduce damage by is 90%. Players can have as much armour piercing as possible, meaning it is still important to have armour over 70%. Next, let's use this information in an example. Here are two titans fighting off against each other. My titan is a Nunak. He has 10,000 health points, 50% ice resistance and 50% armour. He'll have gained these from either skills or relics. The enemy titan is an Elithan. The Elithan titan does 3,000 ice damage. If the enemy titan attacks and hits my titan, the following damage reduction will occur. I have 50% ice resistance on my titan. This means his 3,000 ice damage would then change to 1,500 ice damage. After resistance takes effect, armour will then take effect. This would reduce the damage by another 50% from its new value. This means 1,500 damage would then become 750 damage, and that's how many health points my titan would lose. Now let's include armour piercing into this calculation. If the enemy Elithan titan had 30% armour piercing, this would then change my titan's armour from 50% to 20%. Again, the Elithan titan would attack for 3,000 ice damage. The ice resistance would again reduce the damage by 50% from 3,000 to 1,500 ice damage. Because of his armour piercing, my armour is now only 20%, meaning 1,500 damage would only be reduced down to 1,200 damage, a reduction of an extra 300. So with this armour piercing, my titan would lose 1,200 health points instead of 750 as previously mentioned. This same information also counts for units and spells. Resistances and armour works in the same way for reducing damage. This is why it is very important when attacking more powerful titans and armies, obtaining a good mixture of elemental resistances, armour and armour piercing can be the difference between victory and defeat on the battlefield. Thanks everyone for listening, and we'll see you on the battlefield.